Alright, so we are live. Okay, so let's recap. Just a second, let's just restart the recording. Alright, so let's just see where the game is right now. So, I added a few modifications. The main one is that now the client doesn't ask for the color code, but rather for the color and the fruits making up that color, if that's clear for you. So we just have to play a bit to show you where the game is at. So I added animations, randomized clients, randomized dialogues, as well as auto refill for the fruits. So he's asking for this fruit and this fruit, and when I press mix, I earn coins, and it spends them automatically to refill the fruits on the left hand side of the screen. So maybe you can see better like this. Okay, so for the moment, the auto refill or auto restock option is a checkbox in the upper right corner, and I didn't do the UI yet for it. I was thinking maybe like an arrow circling like this to show that it will restock automatically. So this is the main thing that I added. It's really important to have auto restock because after playing it for a while, I deduced that it was way funnier this way than to have to buy each fruit by hand. Just a second. Okay. All right. Perfect. Sorry about that. So as I was saying, it's way funnier to have an automatic refill option rather than adding the fruits by hand each time you use a fruit. And I was thinking, as it rarely happens, but I was thinking that the more fruits you have, the harder it is to find the right combination to make the juice. So to reward the player when he has more options, the coins are proportional to the fruits that you have when mixing. Let me explain. Right now I have 9 fruits, and it is harder for me to know which fruits I have to mix than if I only had 3. So, in consequence, it is logical for me to just give as many coins as you have fruits, because it is, as I said, proportional. So let's try this one and maybe this one, or might be lighter, like this one. And there is a bug, you might have seen it. Okay, so let's try these, and she's happy, she's leaving, and when the new order is generated, the fruits are refilled. I technically could add the fruits when the client is leaving, whether you won or you lost this round, but I don't know why it made some kind of conflict within the code, and I had a bug that messed up the whole order code, so I might not want to do that. Okay, so we're just gonna play a bit here so you can tune in and see where the game is at. Okay, so we have 5 coins. Oh, and something that I forgot to tell you, I added this, which is a journal. It's a complete, rather an incomplete feature, because right now it only has the number of clients that we served, whether we succeeded in the order or not. But it is, as I said, a very incomplete feature, because we can still interact with the background, which is really not the thing we expect when having an overlay. So that's it for this feature. I'm really happy with the design this journal has, because it's really simple, but it's really readable, and we guess that it is a journal. But today we're gonna revamp the whole graphics, especially the background, which is kind of lacking at the moment. It is way too simple, and this library here is way too distracting to stay here, so we're gonna get rid of it. And when we have time, we're gonna start making a new mixer with maybe a lid on top of it, and if we have even more time, we're gonna make a new table, because this one is pretty bland for the moment. So just let me make my face disappear for a second. Okay. Okay, I'm back here, don't worry. So, as I was saying, we're gonna make new graphics. I'm really happy with how the add fruit button I'm really happy with how it looks, because I made the graphics myself. You understand. So it might be these two, or probably these two. That's not what he asked for, but do you have fruit and fruit, which might be this one and this one? And he is happy, and as I unchecked the auto restock checkbox, I can use the add fruit button instead, which is not supposed to stay here, but rather to be the open journal button. I think that's what it will become, but you can check by yourself how few coins I earn when I have these few fruits. Again, probably this one and this one. Yeah, only 3 coins, because I only had 3 fruits. And in the case, which shouldn't really happen in the final game, in the events that I don't have enough fruits to make a mix, the clients have a dialogue made for it, in which they complain about how we don't have what they want. So this is definitely a new bug that I didn't know about, but we are gonna try to make the order anyway, which might be, and it was that designer. All right, so it seems to have fixed the bug, but as you can see, there are situations which are not which we're not prepared for. So might be this, actually this one and this one No, it's too saturated. Maybe this one. Oh, designer. All right, so the game seems to be running fine now that we skipped this kind of bug that I showed you. But I just wanted to show you the button, which is active and shouldn't be right now, but that's not a big thing to fix. But it has, I think, 3 states, which is the default one. It is this one. There's the pressed state, which is this one, and there is the disabled state, which is just a grayed out version of the button. And just to show you, I'm gonna, oh, this isn't what he wanted. Okay, now I added as many fruits as I could, which is 9, and so the button is grayed out, but it's not really compatible with the auto restock feature that is right there. Or rather, I should say that I just need to add a line of code that disables the button when the fruits are maxed out, which is not the case right now. But I'm just going to show you a bit more of this. Might be this. No. And I should be making a new glass as well, because it totally doesn't fit well within the game. Sorry about that. I just drank my protein shaker and yeah. Okay, so it might be this or rather this and this. No, it's two. The mix of these two will be too bluish. Let's just try, but it's not correct. See, it's too emerald color. Okay, so 2 round fruits, this one and this one. No, but what I like in this game, actually what I'm proud of, is that there is kind of game loop and you can play indefinitely. And this is what I wanted to make, which is a game that could be played as long as you want, just chilling and using your color mixing skills, I guess. So yeah, just the last one, this and this. No, this is too light, probably. Oh, this is the bug I told you about. Okay, and he's happy now. Can I refill, please? Yeah. Okay. Not the right color. So I'm just gonna recap how this game works. We say that so this game works pretty simply. So you have fruit slots that are filled with fruits that have a random color associated to it. Okay, so for example, this fruit there is pink, and it is a randomly generated color, and it is the case for the 8 other fruits. And there is this order made by the client, which is a mix of 2 fruits randomly picked within these fruits there, but also within these fruits there, because you have to take into account that players are gonna mess up your game, and this could be a way to do that, but not anymore, because I took this into account to make this order. So what else? It fetches the randomly picked fruits to get the sprites and display them in black tones and with an opacity reduced by 50%. if I recall correctly. Okay, so the other thing is that you can't see, but there are two slots, two invisible slots here, which are made for the mixer, and when you click one fruit, it gets placed in the mixer. Well, not really in the mixer, because I don't really know how to do that yet, but it will come soon enough. Okay, so you can place the fruits here, and when you press the mix button, it loops in the two slots, fetches the fruits that are present, and mixes the colors together and creates a glass with a liquid of that color, of that new color, and spawns it in this invisible slot here. If the order is correct, the glass here is taken into the client node, and so it follows the client when he walks away. So for example, we have this order, and see, he leaves with the glass. And this only happens when the mix is correct. So it's a very simple game. This is what I wanted, just something that you could play for hours if you wanted to. I mean, you're not limited in dialogues, you're not limited in interactions, fights, or anything. It's just a very simple game. So we have this, and this is not what she asked for. And when you have a game this simple, what really makes it interesting is to have randomly generated things. In this case, we have randomly generated colors. What I mean by that is that it's not always the same 5 or 6 colors reappearing, so you know the mix is all too well, and it really could become boring if it was the case, but it is not. So I hope it is not boring. And the other thing is that we have 3 clients that are randomly picked for each order. So in this case, we have this order to complete, which is kind of a dark pink, which could be made this way and probably this way. No, it's too red. I need some pink like this, and he's happy. So this is what I want the player to be experimenting when playing this game, which is just thinking in details about the colors he's about to mix. And before I added these hints there, the shadows of the fruits, it was so complicated. But since I added this, I think that the game is well balanced. So how, from a game design point of view, does this add to the game? So as you might have seen, we have 3 different species of fruits, 3 different shapes. So it makes one fruit how to say this? Each fruit has 33% chance to be one of the 3 shapes, because it's 1/3. So most of the time you're gonna have 3 fruits like these, 3 like these, and 3 like these, which is not the case right now because probabilities, it happens. And so you're gonna need these hints. But these hints are gonna be sometimes very useful when you only have only one pear-shaped fruit. For example, you know precisely which one to take. But sometimes, hey, probabilities made so that you only have pear-shaped fruits, so the hints are useless. But let's see, it only is very useful on a long-term scale. So it's gonna get useful the more you play the game. I'm really happy about this game design thing in the game, that it is a bit easy, but it can get really hard sometimes just because the probabilities decided to make your life more difficult than it is. Okay, so I'll show you how I think when I see a new order popping up. So the first thing to notice is that it uses 2 round fruits and we have 4, so the choice is really narrowed down already. And it is a brownish color, which means that we have a mix of the 3 primary colors, which are blue, yellow, and red, because this is brown is, right? So I'm gonna seek for 2 fruits that combine, share these characteristics. So it cannot be this one and this one, since there is no yellow. It cannot be this one or this one, because again there is no yellow. So I'm sure that this is the first fruit to be in the mix. What am I gonna look for next? For saturation. See, this fruit is kind of a little bit saturated, not too much, but medium, I'd say. So the fruit that has to be the second one shouldn't be too saturated. See, because this color isn't saturated at all. So I'm gonna look for a fruit that matches these characteristics, and it seems to be probably this one or this one. Actually, I'm not sure. I'm gonna say red, because this is kind of a very orangey brown color, and it was the right answer. So again, we're gonna play again. This one should be pretty easy. We have a very light purple, which is very desaturated. And we have one fruit that matches this description, which is this one. And mixed with what fruit could make this solution? Well, probably this one. Actually, it's not sure at all, but it was the right answer. And sometimes there are traps that are completely the result of probabilities again. Let's say you have this color popping up in the order, and you have one fruit exactly the same color, or very close to it. Well, most of the time it's not gonna be in the mix, because by definition a mix is the addition of 2 colors, and if you have the exact same color, it can't be the solution because you have to mix it. So yeah, these are events that really happened. It happens. Okay, so last one, this one, and this one is getting very difficult because we have 3 blue fruits that are exactly the same shape. So I'm gonna go for this and just gonna, actually might be this one. Oh, it was the right solution. I'm a genius. Okay, so as I was saying, we're gonna learn how to make pixel art. File, new. So we're gonna make 320 by 180 should do the trick. Okay, so now we need references, people. All right, so I'm just gonna example, you can't see what I'm doing, but I'm just getting references. It should match. Oh, actually, I don't care if it matches the rest of the style of the game because there is no style yet. I think the only thing that I'm gonna keep from what I drew is the fruits, because I think they look pretty close to what I expected. They're not too complicated, they're not too simple, they're just the right amount of pixels I could ask for. I'm googling pixel art coffee shop just so you see. I need something that isn't too detailed. Actually, I'm gonna go on Pinterest. Okay. So oh, something like this. I really like the idea of the background. Ah, actually, I know this game. I know the developer. This is cool. And this is a very good game that you guys should check out. Light years away from my tiny game that I'm learning to make. But yeah, I really like the art style. But this is a third person. This is a TPS game. But actually, I really like the style of this. Like the milk and everything. Actually, I might just gonna steal it. Not officially stealing that, but adding this to my reference folder. So gonna add image. Nice. Okay, so you guys can see it. Good. Okay, so I'm gonna need a background, and the dimensions are 320 by 180. So 320 divided by 840. No, actually by 14. No, 14. Not 14. 16. Okay. 16 is great. So it makes 20. What's the best way to do that? Do you guys know? I have no idea how to do that. I like this color actually. Is this how to do that? Doesn't seem like so, but why not? But this color is way too sad actually. I'll need to pump it up a little. Sort, preset options, edit palette. Holy. Yeah. Okay, so we can add custom colors. This is all I wanted. Because I can add... Actually, it needs to be way more orange. Orange. Like so. Yeah. So I need this color and another one that's more brown. Oh, this might do the trick. A bit more saturated. I think that's it. Okay, so if I take this one, this is pretty good. Yeah, looks exactly like the reference. So I think what I can do is this. No, actually. This and this. And how do we... I'm used to Illustrator, which doesn't work like this. Hey man, what the hell? What am I supposed to do here? Should do that again. Okay, here it is. Okay, and now, oh, we can't just duplicate. Actually, there must be a better way to do this, but I obviously don't know it, so we're just gonna do it this way. Okay. And the last one. Oh. Well, this is quite close to the reference. So, new layer, I guess. This is way more stressful than I anticipated. What can I add to make it better? Actually, I can already export this as BG, and it should be replacing the old background in here. Why doesn't it? Hey, what happened? Oh, actually I didn't. Okay, it's 600 persons. Export, and whoa, what did I do? Why does it look so enormous? Actually, I shouldn't do that. Export just 100%, and still not doing. Okay. It's 320. What am I changing? Am I changing the right thing? I don't even know. Why is the journal showing up? It shouldn't get out. Okay, so it is this one. And I don't know how to do that. What's happening, guys? What is happening? I don't know how to shrink it. This is the problem. Is it playable like this? Yeah. But I want it way smaller than it is. Can I? Yeah, I can move it around. Oh, stretch mode. What the hell is that? No. 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 Okay, keep. Now, where do I change the size of it? It looks so big. Here it is. So it was 320 by 180. But it doesn't change. Oh, fit. Stretch mode. How do I make it fit? Oh. Okay, perfect. So the problem was that I changed the scale previously because it was too small probably. But okay, hello. We can try as if it would change anything in the gameplay. But I think this background looks quite alright. So she wants this. Okay, so this is a situation that is kind of hard to tell apart. Doesn't mean anything, but hey, I'm tired. So what I want to tell you is that there are two real combinations that are possible here. The first one is this one. The second one is this one. Don't even consider it this fruit. It is way more saturated than the others. Couldn't be this, but I think this is right. Yeah, it was. So I think the background looks quite fine like this, but I should be adding things. But for the moment, I think I can't. I can totally deal with that. But what's bothering me is the tiny gap there is here between the bubble and the background, which makes it not so great. So I think I'm gonna stick to it for tonight and call it a day. So it wasn't much, but I'm really tired. So I'm probably gonna stream tomorrow if you guys want to tune in and say hi. But yeah, I guess this is it for today. Thank you guys for following, and see you tomorrow.